Alright, perfect.
Are you in?
Aye, that's fine. You know yourself, you just fuck up at the start, you just put it in, and then we can just edit it for a certain point as we always do.
We'll just start with my fucking... It was going to be a mad ramble and rant. What pissed me off this morning. There's two things can be happening as far as I can see. It's either that there's some unexplainable 100th monkey syndrome happening, and as soon as you say something or put something out there that other people are cottoning onto it through some mystical magical means, or people are reading stuff or listening to stuff and then regurgitating it as if it's their own work or their own findings, whatever.
Their own thought process.
Right at it, I mean, I started noticing this way back, and you'll be able to back me up on this yourself. Around about August time, when I started to post about the differences between social science, formal science and natural science, there was nobody that was talking about any of that stuff at that time, and then I started to put it out there, and I was getting inbox messages and stuff from people who were saying things like, oh, my brother's you know, involved in this debate, or he's wanting to learn a bit more. Is there anything else you could give me to give him? And I'm just thinking, well, people are wanting to learn, so blah 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 blah, and then the next thing I know, it's in videos and people are talking like it, you know, and it's like...
The problem with that is we're repeating other people's stuff. If you don't know, all you're doing is repeating, then you've got no substance to what you're saying. And if people were actually to question you on it, you're just on there like a gibbering idiot going, hang on to I speak to the guy that I go, this hearsay for, you know. And then by that point, people like that, oh, you're just full of shite then, because you don't know, you're coming out with this stuff that you don't know.
Aye.
You know, it's not about repeating what other folk are saying, it's about learning for your fucking self. You know?
That's it.
And if you do, no, I'm going to use words like plagiarise, I know that's fucking right out there, but if you're going to take other folks' work, you know, their thoughts, their ideas, then at least let other folk know that it's no your original idea. You've been listening to somebody else and it's tickled your brain, so you're passing it on.
Aye, because they know that it's right and they know that it's true, so they want to use it. And it's not like I want to own these things, because it's no things that people can own, you know what I mean? It's like stuff that's there for people. All I'm doing is bringing people's attention to it, but the problem is that people are then getting popularity, right? And I look at some of these people who are using stuff that's really good, and then like they're shiting on the tap of it because they're using this model, or they'll say something else, or they'll bring something else on top of it. You know, if it's like they're not serious about wanting to expose this lie. You know what I mean? It's like, let's see if we can get popularity, or I've gained popularity, so now I'm going to try and sit on my pedestal and fucking talk a lot of shite.
Stroke my ego with my bias confirmation, even though there's fuck all substance to what I've said.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, folk, get a grip. What was the one comment I came out with? YouTube isn't the place to scale Mount Eagle.
No.
You know?
That's the fucking problem. It is all about ego.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Now, everybody's got their... As if in their head they've got the best idea ever. You know, which they've obviously stole from somebody else in the first place. And then they're just repeating it, and repeating it, and repeating it. People are questioning them on it. They don't know what they're getting questioned on, because they're just repeating something else.
Yeah. The thing that pissed me off this morning was the video. Star trails are not evidence of a or not evidence of a flat earth. They are proof of a flat earth. Right. Now, we've made it quite fucking clear, and nobody's came forward to deny it, because they can't deny it. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a globe believer or whatever flat earth model, whatever you believe in, referencing the sky is never going to give us any evidence of the shape of the earth that we're on. No. Ever. Right, so none of it's ever proof. It's all evidence. That just means that you're looking at that and trying to make a story that gives you confirmation bias. That, you know, you're coming for that stance, so I'm going to use that as evidence for my story.
Aye.
It's no proof that your story's real. The star trail things.
I know it's called star trails, not evidence of a stationary Earth. It's proof.
Aye.
So it's not evidence.
It's not anything personal, but it pisses me off, and they misinterpret this kind of thing. You know, if I'm saying that evidence isn't proof of a globe, I'm going to say the exact same to somebody else who's trying to use it as proof of a flat earth or a concave earth or a square earth, whatever the fuck they want.
Aye.
It's no proof of anything.
Oh, windy poos. Proof is observable, repeatable. Yeah?
Yep.
If you can't observe it and then repeat it, it is not proof.
Yep.
Specific situations might give you one piece of evidence, but then a different situation could give you a different piece of evidence, so therefore that is all circumstantial.
Right.
It's only there as, so to speak, like a support for the proof. As in to say, well, this is how we came to this proof, look at all this evidence, and we can repeat this and repeat this and repeat this, and we're going to get the same result all the time. Can you just turn around and say, well, the stars are spinning? Because here's the thing, how do you know if it's the stars that are spinning, or it's the plane, globe, whatever you want to fucking call it, spinning? You know, it's all
the
going to give you
stars fixed
perspective.
into the outer shell, and the whole outer shell's fucking, you know, we can get around in circles with that.
And that's my whole point. It's no proof because it's taking people around in circles.
Aye. And anybody that's employing it, I mean, they're just no fucking paying attention. You know what I mean? It's all about entertainment value, stroking each other's fucking egos, being in each other's wee jerk circles, you know, it's...
I mean, was it the last video or the one before where I turned around and says about all these people putting claims forward about their different maps and what they're seeing, their theory, so there was like 4 or 5 different theories out there. And I says, well, the problem you're going to have with that is if they can disprove 3 out of the 4, then you've just lost 3/4 of the movement.
Yeah.
You know, they're all turned into, you're divided. And they're going to right down to a quarter, and then what they'll do is they'll have this one left and they'll slate that to bits as well.
Yeah.
So you've just created all this division rather than people going in a united front. But being individual, a united front doesn't mean to say one person says something and everybody else repeats it. A united front is one person can say stuff and it gets discussed.
Because that's the difference, right? The entertainment part and the personality part is your artistic. You know, that's what makes you an individual, that's what makes you different from somebody else, right? But the fact of the matter is this has got fuck all to do with personalities and fucking artistic endeavours. It's got nothing to do with it. You know.
So all these fancy doctors that discover all these new diseases and they get their name put onto it, you know, they don't actually fucking cure it.
No.
So what's the fucking point? Oh, I know what that is, that's Parkinson's,
fucking,
Alzheimer's, fucking
we're all
whatever.
interviewing each other and hanging about in hangouts and stuff, and it's like 3-4 hours long, and at the end of the day,
All they're doing is stroking each other's egos.
aye, you know, where's,
A hangout.
you know, fucking invite me onto your hangouts. People don't want people like me and Marty on their hangouts, because at the end of the day, I can cut that 4 hours down to fucking 5 minutes, because none of it's fucking provable, right? It's just all fucking shite, and I says it before, you know, all this stuff about hanging on to stuff for the dream world, you know, quoting this and referencing this and fucking all this crap. It belongs in a world that is just fucking made up. We're trying to discover where the fuck we are, you know. We can rubbish the fucking claim that's put in front of us and that is purely it. Why are you people not getting on top of us? Why isn't it, you know, it just proves that it's all about fucking ego and entertainment.
And creating different
I'm
factions.
sick of it. I mean, I'm getting fucking angry about it. I got up this morning and it pissed me off right away. Right? And this is the other fucking problem that people have got. Just because somebody goes, hello there, and presents it in a nice fucking voice, doesn't mean to say they're fucking telling you the truth. If I sit here rambling and fucking shouting and screaming at you, it's what I'm saying that's important. Doesn't matter what I look like and what I sound like. You get out of this fucking
I mean, you
protected
take that,
bubble that everybody wants to
well,
wrap
take that
themselves
next
up
level.
in.
What makes a great newsreader?
Aye.
You know, they're not a journalist.
No.
They've got that kind of voice. They know how to emphasise certain words
Exactly,
and they
that's
draw
it.
people in.
Yeah.
So the message is getting bypassed because too many people are looking at the messenger.
And if that's what's drawing you in, oh, he's got a nice voice, and
Yeah.
oh,
Go and watch the fucking X
oh, that's
Factor.
well presented, and this is fucking odd. You know, what does that mean? The facts are the fucking facts. End of story. Doesn't matter what's dressed up round about it. It pisses me off. Do you know what I mean? That, as I say, when I went back to you in August, there was nobody talking like that.
No.
Right? Natural science, formal science, and social science. You were educated in that kind of stuff,
Aye.
and you didn't even know that.
I
It's just
believed it all. I was like, fucking this physics stuff, and then what the fuck? Yeah, so anyway, that's where I had to get by my incog test. I had to go through that, and it was kind of traumatic at the end of the
Aye.
day. But you have to go through it. If you don't get through it, then you're still hanging on to your wee insecure comfort blanket, and you're still wanting it to be real. No, fucking Santa Claus, oh, I want it to be real. Fucking nonsense. Stop putting out theories and whatever you think is evidence. Stop labelling it as proof, because you're just going to get shot down.
No.
And we're not saying you're going to get shot down, but that's not your vocation in life. Your vocation in life isn't to shoot other people down. People are entitled to their opinions, you know? But at least have it informed, and at least have backup to your opinion.
Right.
Don't just come out with some stupid line of words and expect everybody to go, oh, that was brilliant.
You know.
If you have no substance,
We're not
shut up.
here presenting, trying to be personalities and trying to make it entertaining and fucking, you know what I mean? So trying to cut right into the fucking thing because we really want the truth. You know what I mean?
Entertainment, go to a juggling video.
Aye. And separate it for this fucking. And you can see it because it's a lot of these people are.
Well, as I was saying earlier, mind how I was talking about with all these different maps getting put out and all the rest of it. Jedinism. If you know just come out and say something as well on a talk show about, oh, what we need to, I'm like, okay. You know, but was that another one of these 100th monkey syndrome where everybody's thinking along the
It
same
was
thing?
Jedinism before some of his earlier videos, and I could swear it was fucking me that was talking. Do you know what I mean? And you go, well, if that's the case, you know, involve people who are fucking real and stop just lapping it up for yourself for your own fucking egotistical needs. I want the fucking truth and you're getting the fucking road of it.
That's passion, friends.
I'm fucking sick of it, man, honest to fucking God. And they don't want to bring anybody like us in because in case we upset their wee fucking...
Apple cart.
Aye.
Well, we don't want to upset the apple cart because we don't remember the last time an apple fell.
Aye. The fucking shit we ended up with. All this fucking shows me is that there's a fucking hope or a push to fucking just shift people into the new paradigm with the same old fucking structures in places that's always fucking been there. Do you know what I mean? It's the same patterns that's happening again. I'm trying to free us. I want to be free for this fucking shite.
As we all do.
These fucking idiots are just going to fucking slow it down and mess it up for everybody else that's seriously wanting the truth.
Here's another thing as well. See all you people that have accepted what you are told, right? You have accepted it. So just casually get on with your life because you're not interested in the discussion. You just want to sit there and go like that, I'm right, you're wrong. Go back to the fucking playground with that mentality. If you've accepted your globe birth and you're spinning through this fucking void of space at 500,000 miles and you're chasing a big ball of fire, whatever, you can believe that all you fucking want. Don't start jumping on other folks back because they refuse to believe it, you know? Because then you're no creating discussion, you're looking for a fucking argument.
That's all we want, discussion. Proper fucking progressive discussions, you know what I mean? Things that move
Well,
it
through this
forward.
before, you know, but it's still the same shit going round and round. People aren't learning. People are still doing the same perpetual nonsense.
Aye.
You know, what is the definition of insanity? To do the same shit and expect different results. You're only going to get different results by doing the same shit.
They're getting people exposure. They're even telling you on their fucking... Oh, this I like this guy, he's great, we'll interview him and give him exposure. Blah, blah, blah. I couldn't give a fuck what he's like.
Back to your wee eye kites, innit?
Aye.
And your wee Situnites.
I tried to go on one of the hangout things fucking last week. Boy Martin Leakade invited me to go into it. For some reason I couldn't get the microphone working as well, but it would have probably been awkward anyway because we've never spoken, we've never introduced each other's names, you know. People message you and you get this, it's like their egos are too big. They message you, right? I'm a man of respect. If I start a conversation with you, I'll finish the conversation with you. You know, I'll let you know that I'm off the thing, but no, it's like, I'll send you a message as if I'm having a conversation with you and ignore it for fucking 2 days. Oh, I'm too busy. Well, don't fucking start the conversation then if you're too fucking busy.
That's like me with people with mobile phones. If somebody's in my company face to face, my mobile phone gets thrown to fuck.
Right,
how many times have you actually been face to face with somebody having a blether and their phone goes?
Hold on, this takes priority, you know.
Really? You fuck off your wee electronic device.
People want to be pally and get a bit of popularity. It's just driving me fucking insane now, you know. No wonder people are getting fucking fed up and just fucking ditching this fucking crap, you know.
Yep. So
I'm
the
ditching
agenda,
this
so to
already.
speak, is working.
And I can't be fucking bothered with these inane fucking 3-hour videos and it's the same shite. They're running out of stuff now.
Aye.
They're running out of shit because they've backed themselves into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of just sticking to what was really important and getting it, driving it home, they're fucking, they've backed it all into a corner. Do you know what I mean?
The biggest.
And now they're trying to come up with new stuff, the Mandela effect, or they'll pull stuff out for the old age truth movement. You know what I mean? And try and share this and let's. Oh,
how long is it before people are going to turn and say, "Well, I seen a painting on a cave wall." I seen a shadow that looked like that.
I don't know if it's the fucking fluoride or the fucking drugs or whatever the fuck is wrong with them. Or whether they're just, these people are just fucking blatantly at it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they're not blatantly at it, I hope it's just fucking stupidity.
Well, if it's no stupidity, as we say, it's insecurity. You know, I've been leaving this for long enough, so I'm not going to let it go.
I'll go back to that, the Starfield things and all, because this guy 5 Red Pears, again, just continually coming back with the same fucking crap over and over again. The sun, the stars, the fucking moon.
Well, the Star Trails wasn't 5 Red Pears.
No, the Star Trails isn't 5 Red Pears.
LSB,
but he's responding to like Phuket Word and who was the other one is there he was responding to?
Oh fuck, he's done a few. 5 Red
D.
Pears.
Murphy and...
D. Murphy, he's replied quite a few to D. Murphy.
So,
Aaron Dover, Jungle Surfer, Nathan Oakley.
And he's acting pretentious and as if he's...
But then you can always tell when you've got a pleb in the playground because, oh, flat earth bad memes. How, in what way is that productive to a discussion?
No.
You know, but then again, this is Mr. Pearce who wants to debate. Science is not a debate,
know, he's even
it's a discussion.
up saying it, you know, debate, that's for your fucking ideas. That's you admitting it's a fucking religion that you've got. Explain, extrapolate on the water. Okay, I'll extrapolate on the water as best as I can, but I'm repeating myself fucking continually, right? Water does not conform to the external of shapes, you know. The surface of it will always be fucking flat and level, right? We use it and we apply it every fucking day. If I take a basin of water and I fill it up and I show you that it's flat and it's level, and I show you in a bigger scale, how big does the scale need to be? You can't just keep saying, well, you need to show us it in a bigger scale, or show us it over 100 miles or whatever. How are you going to take into account refraction, diffraction, reflection, all these things over 100 miles? No. Everybody can test and observe the properties of it and the behaviour of it. We know it doesn't conform to shapes, right? You can't have it slightly tilted or it'll flow in either direction. If you want to claim that it does behave differently, the fucking burden's on you. And stop twisting it, you're just denying reality. There's a guy, John LeBon, I seen him on the Antonio Subarats as well, and he was talking about, you know, maybe if you showed me water over 100 miles, fuck off!
You show water over 100 miles, then as we say, you've obviously got moisture in the air,
Aye.
creates diffraction or refraction.
There's no reason for me to, there is absolutely no reason for me to observe water in this scale, in a cup, in a basin, in a swimming pool, and then to somehow imagine that on a bigger scale it's going to behave differently. When did the physical properties start breaking down? When did the laws start breaking down? Is it when you go beyond this barrier of the sand and the sea? All of a sudden when it gets out of the sea, physics becomes something totally different. You know? Oh, it's physics is different in the sea because the sea's out in a vacuum. No, it's not.
Ah, but you see it in the sea, it operates under maritime law. Class, man.
There was a good...
We one for the free men out there.
There was a good guy I seen with the water, the drainage guy. What's his name? Justin...
Oh, right, aye. And he's been in drainage and his family business has been drainage, and he was coming out with, what, is it, a tenth of an inch over, what, fuck, I don't know.
A mile.
A mile.
Aye.
And
Whatever
water
it
will
was.
flow.
Aye.
So, a tenth of an inch over a mile. And according to, what is it, that?
8 inch.
8 inch per mile for the curve.
Aye.
So the water should be perpetually running round.
No.
According to that theory, if you want to play it right out.
It's just fucking crap.
Aye.
As I say, when you separate the natural science, the formal, and you know, these formal guys will fucking talk to their blue in the face and try and convince you with their fucking equations, blah blah. But at the end of the day, the natural science, when you're observing it and you're testing it, that's the physical properties and the behaviours of it, undeniable, testable, repeatable by every single person alive, including you 5 Red Pears. So you're a fucking idiot if you're going to sit there and try and say, oh, well, extrapolate on the water. Fuck off.
The tropics prove around Earth.
This is just a serious rant. I don't give a fuck anymore. It really is grating me down now to the point where I'm just like, you know what, fuck you.
But you know yourself, once you get it out, that's it cleared, you'll be able to move back on.
Aye, but these people as well, you know, that want to sit like gurus and claiming they're all wise and all known, you deserve everything you fucking get, and so do the people that are fucking following you. If it gets ridiculed and laughed at me, don't get anywhere, then it's your fucking fault, and I'm going to hold every fucking one of you responsible, because you're hindering my progression. My chances are being limited every single day because of this fucking diluted shit.
Yep.
I'm letting my emotions get the better of me now, you know what I mean?
You, Mr. Pears, you're spending too much time debunking. Debunking what? Debunking other people's theories.
This is the stuff that we've been talking about, and I've been trying to point this out to people since last August as well, you know. If you're going to come forward with stuff, if I'm sitting there, I'm saying, look, it's not a globe, I know it's not a globe, right? But I'm still going to sit when these people are bringing it forward and go, how do you know that? How do you know? You prove it, they can't, right? So then I know by observing that these outsiders are people that are coming in to try and look at this question are just going to focus on all that crap.
Right.
I say that's proven here, because people at Five Red Pears and all these people don't invite people like me and Marty onto their show or want to have discussions with me and Marty because they know they'll get torn to shreds.
But remember, as Mr. Pears put it, he doesn't want a discussion, he wants a debate.
Aye.
Now, what's the point of a fucking debate? Debate is where you just talk about shite and see who puts across the best argument. This isn't an argument. You know, also if you argue better, that means it's a ball. So we could be living in a flat plane, but because you argue better, we're on a ball. Huh? You know, that's the level it's getting.
But that is what a debate is about. As we've
Aye, that's what I said
before.
But
They're
besides,
trying to play on the emotions of people and sway them, and it just depends if you spoke better than the next person, how that audience or whatever's going to vote.
Right.
It's the fucking...
Are we staying in Europe or do we leave in Europe? Oh, I don't know who talks better.
Aye.
Oh, independent in Scotland, is it yes, is it no? Oh, who's talking better? Fucking really, people.
Never mind what the facts are.
Nah.
You know?
It's fucking... And even you take that to the next extent, to the same way of how debates and arguments work. This leave Europe or stay in Europe. There's one person will turn and say, if we leave Europe, we'll be financially better off. And then he's got his mirror, who's turning round and saying, if we stay in Europe, we'll be financially better off. Every argument that's put across one side for leaving is mirrored with the opposite for staying. That's what debates do. There's no facts, there's no proof. It's convoluted figures pulled out of nowhere, taking certain specifics or rigged polls. You know, that kind of thing.
What are they doing? They're appealing to people's emotions, right?
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Lose the emotion, people. Fuck it. It's not going to help you.
I wish we could come on, you know, as I say, these fucking... Oh, it's like people are just clutching at straws now, trying to make videos, trying to get popularity, right? I wish I could come on here and give you a fantastical revelation or some piece of new information, but unfortunately, that's never going to fucking happen, right? And if somebody does come forward with a huge revelation, I can guarantee it's going to be a fucking deception. Because until we either have full disclosure or full exploration, it's just all fucking hearsay. I don't give a fuck how much you want to claim you've got proof that it's a diamond or a fucking square, because all you're working with is what they've given you. They have given you these land masses in the shape of a globe, and that's what they've told you. There could be other land masses, it could be straight at one side and bumpy at the other side and curved at this, you know what I mean?
That is ridiculous. Here's another, just a quick sideline here. If gravity is a constant and it focuses from the centre of the big rock, why does the water not conform to the shape of that rock, pulled in by gravity to the same size, you know? But that's just a different sideline.
And if it is a constant and it's to do with the mass of the rock, right?
How come the slightest movement left or right fucks the whole gravity scenario? Remember that one, your equation force, or your force of equation?
If it was pulling it on to that central point, and it was because of the mass that made a difference, then a ship sinking at the bottom of the fucking ocean, therefore what I should see is a silhouette of the ship, of the water on the top of the fucking ocean. You know, it just gets fucking totally fucking ridiculous. And it's because as I said back then, people were getting confused by this until I started posting it everywhere, pointing out that these people were using formal science,
Right.
and it sounded fucking brilliant, and because they were agreeing with each other that it's got some sort of merit. When it comes to the fact of the matter is that when you try and apply it into the natural science, you don't have the observable evidence there. You know what I mean? It doesn't exist. So they're fucking the equations to say water can do this and do that is all fine and dandy, but that's not what we test and observe and apply every single fucking day. So to whittle all the whole fucking discussion down, you know, for me, I figured that out at the very start. The only solid proof that anybody can claim is the natural physics of water. Right? That
Well,
tells us.
The other one as well. Sorry, carry on.
Right, that tells us and limits us to the possibilities of the container that we must be in. Right?
Because we live in pressure. We have pressure all round about us, and the only way you can create pressure is within an enclosed system.
Yep.
No matter what size it is.
Right.
So either A, the whole fucking universe, as you want to call it, is pressured, or we are within a contained system.
Yeah.
Now, to deny that, as I say to Mr. Pears, is to deny your own science.
Because we're talking about observable, testable,
Yep.
what we use and what we know and what we apply every single day. As I say, they two things, how do we create pressure and what are the natural properties and behaviours of water, you know what I mean? They're known,
Aye.
they're undeniable.
See, but I think, especially these equation type people, what they seem to misinterpret or just lose altogether is because they want to believe that it works because they get their gold stars and everything, they expect everybody to believe it because, oh, they've got gold stars. No, I don't get that. That's like, it's religious to a certain extent. Like the Christian believes in God, so you want to question about his God. He's going to reference his God all the time, even though you don't believe it. Then he's just going to turn and say, like, see, there's no point in talking to you.
Right.
Well, I don't believe in your God. You know, your science God, your formal science God anyway.
Right.
So, just because you want to, and I don't, doesn't make me wrong. Doesn't make you wrong either. It's just different perspectives. You want to accept something, I don't. When people stop accepting things, then maybe we'll start moving forward.
It's so hard work, you
I
know.
know.
And this is what I try to explain to people. People keep asking me, well, what's your game? What's your game? And I'm trying to say, well, how can I participate or make sense of anything? How can I form a personality or any of these things when I don't even know where the fuck I am?
Aye.
Right? How can you even address anything until you know where the fuck you are? That's
You could bloke in a room where they're teaching you line dancing all your days and then suddenly they throw you into the ballroom. Eh? You know, that's, unless you know exactly where you are, you're fucked.
You need that foundation to assess things properly. No. And obviously it sounds as if everybody is a repetition, but see, because we're trying to, we're coming forward with the truth, then it's going to be repetitive.
Aye.
Right? And I don't know about you get fed up as well, but I'm just going to keep continually to bash this stuff out
Aye.
and keep saying it and keep saying it and keep saying it until eventually people fucking get it. And that's what's happening, and that's what I'm seeing. People are getting it and then they're applying it and saying it in their videos, but then they're shiting oil the tap of it again because they're just diluting it, adding it onto something else, and
It's as if they can
I can't have my
prove
videos.
one part so they add the rest on. Is that no the MO of everybody?
They're enjoying having attention in people's company, so they know that if they keep doing these hangouts and videos, it's just going to be short 5 minutes of the same repetitive thing. So that they're,
Aye.
you know, stop calling it fucking flat earth, or call it something else. Do you know what?
Where we live.
Aye, whatever you're talking about.
It's just going round and round and round. I mean, you know yourself, there's literally millions of flat earth videos out on YouTube now.
Right.
Millions. And there's also millions debunking flat earth.
Yep.
You know, and you're like that yourself, what the fuck is going on? Why is there so much? You know, there's been other things put out. I mean, I think there's more flat earth videos than there is fucking who shot JFK videos. You know? What the fuck is going on? Why is it so flooded?
Right.
And if everybody looks at the MO of how this world has operated, you can learn through experience as well. When something is shoved in your face continually, there's a fucking reason for it.
Right.
You know? A big reason. And you need to start working out what the fucking reason is, rather than jumping on this bandwagon or that bandwagon, or creating your own bandwagon, find out the whole point and the whole purpose first. Because if you don't, you're just going to get fucking led and led and led. Somebody else will say something nice and you'll be like that, oh, I'm going to repeat that, blah blah blah, as if it's my own.
Right. You know, and we're not going to, if you're serious about truth and you want real truthers at the forefront, then start bringing the real truthers to the forefront. You know.
No egos.
No ego, exactly. You know.
Somebody that can actually turn around and say, oh fuck, I never looked at it like that. That's
it just
a fair
tells
point.
me that they're threatened. You know. How many videos have you seen debunking anything that we've says? Fucking zero, because what is it to debunk?
Fuck all.
Nothing. Because we're telling the fucking truth. And we've already explained, if people are just going to, if all they can do is try and slag somebody's personality or who they are, then they've got nothing.
Right, so
They've got absolutely nothing.
the one that starts the fight has lost the argument. Or debate. I prefer discussions.
And that's right. These people that have got the big followings and stuff, you know, they're just trying to churn
Aye.
videos out to keep the attention.
It's the mentality of numbers, isn't it?
Aye.
You know, well, there's more people on my side, so that makes me right.
No.
Fuck off.
No,
you
does it
fish.
fuck? Does it fuck?
I mean, take a look through history, folks, and see how many folk were right because they the populace and the numbers behind them.
No.
Ridiculous.
And giving it a place for debate, you know, as we've said before as well.
Aye.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like if you're coming forward, as I say, we were born into the claim that it was this. If we just approach that way, going, well, this was a claim that was put to me, and blah 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 blah. This is why this can't be true. Then nobody can argue with that. You're just going to show up all the cognitive dissonance and the people who are at it. You know, the people who are pushing an agenda, who've got reasons to try and protect it. You will show that up because you have nothing to claim.
Aye.
You know, there's nothing for you to defend.
Absolutely hee-haw.
And don't let them convince you that you should have something to replace it with, because that's not right.
And if you feel hurt because somebody says you just don't know, then that's your ego talking. If you turn around and say, actually, I don't fucking know, then you're actually getting rid of the ego and letting go to the security blanket, and then you can turn around to these people and turn and say, yeah, I don't know, but you know something? Nearly fuck do you. You know?
Aye.
It's that simple. I might not know, but I know something you don't know.
Aye.
Because you're just repeating the same shit that's been repeated for fucking long enough.
I like genuine people.
Aye.
Like there's the Irish boy. He had the channel called J2 Mention.
Ah, you say he's disappeared?
No, he's back.
Oh, is he back?
But the reason, Davey, if you're watching, how do, bud? No, he says that he had to delete the channel because some guy, Matty Leeds, or something, complained because he had mirrored one of his videos.
Alright, with your
Right.
permission.
But even if it's no permit, I mean, this is all about truth. You know, if you've got artistic content, then claim your
Copyright it.
artistic, copyright it.
Don't
and
put it on
claim-
fucking YouTube,
Aye.
seriously.
But I don't know why people are incorporating artistic content into natural science, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you're trying to bring personality into it, right?
Aye.
But the boy Davey asked if he could mirror our stuff, and I mean, the second video had like nearly 10,000 views, and I appreciated him sharing it, and it was great, you know. So he's giving credit to the people who are putting it out there. He's not took this
If
guy.
he's taking somebody's work, he's quoting whose work it is.
Well, obviously, because then people can see who it is. It's not like he took it and tried to copy it in his own way and
And what he's
regurgitate
actually
it.
doing there as well is he's avoiding a point of argument, because if he doesn't understand what we're saying but he likes what we're saying, he's putting it out there, and then people can question. I mean, that's when he's not, whoa, this isn't my loves. Take it to the boys.
That's it.
You take it back to the core,
And he
take it
gives
back
it-
to the source.
But he's back again as Antarctic Warrior, and he's a cracking guy. You know, he's just genuine. You know, I check.
I'm just
Check
not.
him out
There's
so you can- That's
something.
the kind of people I like. You know, because they're in search of real truth, and they're genuine and they're honest when they're coming on camera.
Just here's another wee sideline, folks. How good do you reckon our fucking eyesight is? You know, all these people. How can I no stand and see the Eiffel Tower? Because you're in fucking Canada. Let's see the fucking Eiffel Tower. Go to fucking Paris. In fact, you don't even need to go to Paris. You can see it from bits round about.
There's a vanishing point.
You know,
that's-
everybody's. This is the thing that gets me. I think because remember the sun's 93 million miles away and we can see it.
Aye.
So that means our eyesight is so fucking good
that's
that
it.
our lenses will squash in and concave and convex just so that we can really see for fucking thousands of miles, get a
But
grip.
it's not only that, through all the refraction and moisture, you know, we'll be able to zoom right
Pollutions,
by all that.
aye.
You know?
Be able to see it, no problem at all. In a
Well,
straight
that's-
line. Only if you lived in a fucking vacuum and you had perfect fucking eyesight, which is way beyond the capabilities of the human eye as it stands now. And fuck your telescopes and all the rest of it, all they do is enlarge a certain specific point of the image ahead
It's
of you.
just all fucking bollocks.
Correct.
Bollocks points and bollocks argument to try and score points as if, you know, try and make people look daft. And but if you're applying the logic and you understand how these things work, you can just cut them.
Aye.
You know. As I say, the only proof that I can see, and I've went through it, that I can say solidly and claim to be a real proof, and it's not a proof for any model, it's a serious proof that wherever we are it has to be able to contain the water, right? That's it.
So for all you people turning and saying flat earth, I've already said this before, the earth isn't flat because you've got fucking hills and you've got valleys. The point being, water is flat. Okay? You have things sticking above the water and things below the fucking water, but the water is flat.
Yep. That's it. You know? And that all stems from the programmed images of fucking flat discs and what flat means,
Right.
and it's just wordplay,
That is.
you know? And it's just lumped in there with that title of Flat Earth. You know?
Aye.
As I said before, you need to try and address your ego. If you jumped on board with the EE map or any of these things at the time, you need to admit you're wrong, okay? And just ditch it. If it turns out that is proven to be a fact, then fair dues. But it's just going to bring us problems right now.
Aye. Theoretically, what we're saying is, believe in nothing unless it can be empirically proven. It's that simple. How fucking hard is it for people? Why do you need the wee comfort blanket? Why do you need a belief system? You know? Why do you need to believe in this or believe in that or believe anything at all? Believe in fuck all.
Is it fear? Is it just because they've not advanced far enough in their thinking and they just grasp and... Because I'm smart enough to admit I don't know where the fuck I am, right?
That wee stain behind you, just in front of the Duck of Love, who's guarded by Obi-Wan Kenobi. What does it say?
True wisdom is knowing you know nothing.
There you go, folk.
And when it comes to this question of where we are, we know fucking nothing.
Correct.
Nothing.
Now, for anybody to stand up and they say they know, they're full of shite. They're wanting their ego stroked because they don't fucking know. They're putting different snippets of abstract information together and trying to make it sound great.
Yeah.
When all it is contradicting itself.
And I'm not seeing anybody, if you want to go to these main players or the biggest viewers of the flat earth thing, I don't ever see anybody, you know, saying, "Look, you're talking shite." You know, why? You're talking shite, you're talking shite, you're talking, and whittling it down to what is the fucking facts. You know? It's all entertainment and ego and how many numbers can I get to follow me and...
But you know yourself, mate, it's an agenda, an effort to totally wreck the whole movement as such. You know, people are not allowed to think about flat earth.
Is it to wreck the movement, or is it to...
Wreck it for any direction they don't want it to go in, but slightly guide it towards it. They've always done with their agendas.
It seems to me that it's being shuttled in a certain direction.
Yep.
Because I look at it like this: if I was controlling a group of people, right, and I started to figure out, or realise, right, they're gonna start figuring this out. I'm gonna need to give them the truth, but I'm also gonna need to give them this illusion that I'm fighting the truth, so that when I offer the truth, that there's not going to be any suspicion. You know, because if I just gave them it too easy, they would go, "Oh, hold on a minute." You know, that's not right. But if you give this idea that there's been a battle and a fight until eventually you've wore them down to admit it, "Oh, this is the
Funny you should say that about a fight. Look at, to use that analogy, look at the amount of times we've had, a war on education, a war on drugs, a war on terrorism. It's all battles, so that people feel obliged with the fucking trick of the mind again. Oh, you need to pick a side. You know, you're getting drawn into a dualistic nature in this world where you're either with us or against us. Pishness. And everything's, it's a war on this, a war on that, a war on benefits grounds, a war on education, a war. Fuck your fucking wars. Look at the state of this place because of fucking wars. But that's a different...
This place is just a fucking state anyway.
I know. And why is it in such a state?
This is what I'm trying to say to people. They need to let go. All these religious things and ideas and philosophies are all stemmed from a dream state.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're coming from a world that was a lie, but they're still somehow trying to clamber and hold on to it, you know.
Aye, that's back.
And I'm not trying to rob people of a God. I went through why the God thing doesn't work for me. If you were saying that this was merely a community effort, this technology, and I went through that again. We said it before, it being a pressurised system, it tells me it is a machine. I've heard other people starting to talk like this now about it being a machine. Right? So if it is a machine, then there's a larger world beyond the machine.
Yep.
You know, there's something else going on. You know, no, in some dimensional fucking new agey fucking crap, because that's just another distraction. You know, or you need to ascend there with your fucking thoughts and. I watched a guy this morning. Right. This is a fucking cracker. And this guy's got 30,000 subscribers. Okay, and it was flat Earth theory, astral projection. Right. Now this guy's astral projected into space.
Oh, that's right. Is that the guy that went to the moon?
I don't know, but he's went to space, right? Right, and it was a ball. Not only was it a ball, it was 8 balls within a cube. But this is what the new age fucking movement done to people with this astral projection fucking crap and other dimension fucking shite, you know. And these people latched onto that and they made an earning out of it. They've got followings and they don't want to let it go, you know. So, I'll play on them emotionally now because the astral projection thing, because maybe some people have experienced sleep paralysis or some other kind of mind thing, and this appeals to them, so I can fucking fill their head full of crap with.
Oh, aye.
There's 8 fucking, and they're all merging together.
Aye, that'll
Now,
bring
what kind of fucking...
bringing the Mandela effect again then.
That as well. You know,
Yeah, I know that it's an agenda, right? There's that's getting put out there. I mean, I'd never heard it before in my life, right? And then I just went on to my home channel on YouTube, as you do, you bring up YouTube, and then suddenly, I swear to God, now you get the wee lines of recommended videos. The first 12 lines, and there's 4 in each line that are all Mandela effect this, Mandela effect that, Mandela effect that, and I was like, oh, somebody thinks I'm going to be looking at the Mandela effect, because I've never looked at it before in my life, don't know fuck all about it, and then suddenly it's due to the other types of videos I'm watching, this is recommended. No, not recommended to me. So there's how you're getting agendas pushed onto you as well.
Because they're linking it.
Aye.
You know what I mean? And associating it with this and with that.
Now we've already went through a video about that. Don't associate anything, keep everything in its same entity. You know, if you want to talk where we live, then let's talk about where we live. Let's not lump anything else on with it. Now I don't live in the sky or the stars, so there's no point in looking at them.
No. Nope. And that's been made clear.
Yep. By Hans Christian Andersen.
What?
No, well, he's made it clear. You know, there once was an ugly duckling. You know, he was surrounded by ducks, so he thought he was a duck. Turned out he wasn't.
As I say, you know, here, look at these apples, they're proof you live on a banana. That's the logic behind it. And I've asked them, and I've asked 5 red pairs, and it's avoided.
Of course it is.
Please explain the logic of referencing the sky for the shape of the earth that you're upon.
It's like the idea of if you're in somebody's living room, somebody with blindfold and takes you into their living room, are you going to look out their window to see what their living room's like?
No, that's it.
It's not going to tell you fuck all.
And they're already assuming that it's they're saying it on an assumption that it's a sphere. Oh, the sun's rising, it's setting, and he's even saying in his videos the sun's travelling and it's rising and the sun sets, sunrise. I mean,
yeah, then there's a thing. How does the sun rise if we're on a spinning ball? The sun doesn't rise. We actually spin towards it, according to you, right? So start using the correct terminology, because you're creating a lot of language dyslexia here with confusing terms. The sun rises. No, it doesn't. Because according to some of yous, the sun doesn't move. According to others, it's travelling at 500,000 miles an hour in its own ecliptic orbit. So there's another contradiction between globeheads. So go and argue with yourselves. Is the sun stationary, or is it spinning at 500,000 miles an hour? Or is it just that the universe is that vast and ginormous that 500,000 miles is like us walking a millimetre? Which is why fucking Halley's Comet can fun it every 76 fucking years. See, you even yourself have got different heliocentric models and you can't even agree on them, but you're too busy trying to debunk others. You all think oh well, we believe in a boss, so everything else that comes after that is on the same fucking boat way. You know, some of you are saying the sun doesn't move, some of you are saying it's moving at 500,000 miles an hour. So
They're starting with the assumption and then trying to work
Aye.
everything into the assumption, and they don't want to believe it. And when I was talking to that guy that done the Star Trails video, and he was talking about Kent Hovind and
Ken Hovine's creationism.
aye, but I've said to people to go and look at the creationism and evolution debate, you know, and that's when I realised that's why I learned this kind of stuff, because I started to realise, like, hold on, in the evolution, you know, and I started to question what the sciences really were, and that's how I discovered the difference between natural formula and what empirical proof is. And I forgot the point I was going to make there.
Talking about that Mr. BLMLS Star Trails video and what he was saying about creationism and such, like these
and
Kent
the
Hovind.
same denial, and that was just to point out how easy it was, because when I went into the philosophies or the debate pages, and I questioned what their assumptions were based on, and then I pointed out that it was a materialistic stance. Now they couldn't understand that stance was a religious stance, because we don't have the whole of reality figured out,
No.
right? So they're working from an assumption and then trying to make everything fit their assumption.
Yep.
You know, and they don't like it.
Van always says that about physics and their equations. You know, if they can't give you provable integers to fit the wee shapes and letters for their equations, then it's nothing.
No.
It's just made up.
No. So, aye. Aye, all one, mate, please. Cheers. Aye,
There's
cheers.
pause this now, I think.
That's alright, just.
Because I'm not.
I'm going to finish it anyway, so.
There you
Have
go.
you got other stuff you want to talk about?
No, I'm just going to go and put it in a back row of the shed.
Right, so I'm left here to ramble and rant myself then.
you blatter and start blowing yourself out.
Got nothing else really to say. You know, I've been saying it constantly over and over and over again. If it's my mannerisms and how I talk because I'm Scottish and I've got a harsh voice and I'm tattooed, I mean, I'm not trying to play on your emotions. You know, should I try and play on your emotions? Will I show you my family and how loving I can be and how nice I can be and how interesting I can be? Is that going to help you? No, is that going to help us to cut through the fucking bullshit and find out where we are? As I said it before, there's nothing that I can make sense of. I can't make any decisions on anything until I know where I am. And I hope you can figure that out and see that. I know I'm getting pissed off, I'm getting angry, but it's fucking wearing me down. Right? Start fucking bringing in the critical thought. Interview, you spread the word of people who are talking real truth and cutting through the fucking crap, right? And I'm just going to keep fucking whittling away, and I'm going to start unsubscribing to everybody and pulling away for everybody that's just continually going round and round and round, having their wee ego fucking scratched. You know, you might have had a bad time in your younger days and never been very popular, and now you've got a bit of popularity. I mean, don't lose yourself. You know, remember how you felt at day times, and keep that, and keep the fucking humbleness. If you're interviewing people, separate it from it being about flat earth or any proofs, you know, and you're just having an interview with somebody for the sake of chatting, you know. Categorise it and separate it away so that nobody can attack it. Anyway, that's it. Cheers.